favourite drawn on Middlegate. So an open 2-year-old to start the day. Set to break. Gothic Darkness bounded around. Off they go now. Tamora began reasonably in the middle of the line. Carmanesque away okay, and Nishani was one of the first to bounce out now. Going quickly is Aromatic on the inside with Wichita. Rosa War settling towards the end, and also a good way back is Pink Mogul about third last on the rail. Wichita goes through and takes up the running. Tamora in the all-white is second over on the outside of Aromatic, and Nishani caught wide fourth. China Magic just behind them from Lusk and Shower the outside, and they're followed then by Gothic Darkness going up on the outside of Western Love and Pink Mogul. Carmanesque losing ground, followed by Shan Tartan and Rosa War, last of them going past the 600 and spotting the leader 8 lengths. Haven't gone hard down the side of the course now, and out in front is Wichita, nearly a length in front of Tamora. Niggled out a little second, the Shani the outside. Gothic Darkness coming wide round the outside, and they're followed by Aromatic. China Magic over on the inside. Plenty of room to come through as they've left the fence into the straight. And Wichita first into the bend here from on the outside, Nishani. Then Aromatic over on the inside with China Magic, and down the outside is Gothic Darkness from Lusk and Shower. Wichita tackled by Nishani, Aromatic, and on the outside Gothic Darkness and Lusk and Shower. It's Nishani now, and going up on the outside Gothic Darkness, and Wichita fighting back, but Gothic Darkness goes home the best. Gothic Darkness wins it from Wichita and Nishani. Just behind those, Rosa Wars run on well. Fourth on the outside from Carmanesque, Lusk and Shower. And just behind...
They're off and racing now, and from the outside, Supply and Demand was one of the best ones away. Posey was quickly into stride, and Star of Haley today pinged away from the gates as and out in search of the lead shortly on settling down. At the 1,000-metre mark now, and on the inside, Star of Haley goes to the front, the lead by a half length over Supply and Demand. Now getting to third down there on the inside is Posey, Spun Gold fourth on the outside. That's Holy Red Holy on the inside. They were followed further back then by Princess Elite. Then on the outside came Posey, further back to Mingle on the outside of Circuit Flight, and Extra Texture is at the tail. So they race down and approach the home corner short of 600 metres left to go, and Star of Haley is the leader. 3/4 of a length off. Travelling second is Supply and Demand. Holy Red is third on the inside of Spun Gold as Posey takes off around the field. So too does Princess Elite. Just back in behind them, Circuit Flight, and then came Mingle, and at the tail there is Extra Texture. But into the straight they go, and Star of Haley is kicked clear. On the outside, Posey is giving chase, but it's got to make up a couple of lengths. Spun Gold is still there. Star of Haley, however, has put a gap in them with 100 metres left to go, and Star of Haley goes down to score in the first by a big space. Star of Haley first by about 3.5 lengths over Posey. Close for third between Mingle on the outside and Spun Gold on the fence. Then there's a break in the field back to Supply and Demand. The next one, Princess Elite,
goes into the number 8 stall. Perfect Dark favourite at $3.70. All set to go now. Racing at the 1,400 metres, and Cigarillo a little slow to move over on the outside with Yamansky. Yamema one of the first to bounce out. Lady Marple away quickly. Matilla's going up to settle down in third placing, followed by our Croupier, and then Tumanova going up on the outside. Settling just behind them, Perfect Dark with a nice trail with that big weight. One behind those is Quick Coup, being followed about a half a length to Morissette over on the inside. Hula Rose, a break of 2 lengths going past 1,000 to Cigarillo, and then Currency a good way back, and Yamansky last of all. Coming along towards the railway side now. Lady Marple a half in front. Matilla is second. A length and a half away is Tumanova going up on the outside third. Yamema back on the inside fourth, followed by our Croupier, and then Quick Coup caught wide. Perfect Dark just behind them from Cigarillo and Morissette. One further back in the field then came Hula Rose, followed by Currency and Yamansky at the back. At the 600 now, coming down to approach the turn. Lady Marple just a leader. From Matilla just about level. Tumanova over on the outside, going up 3 deep the boulder. 2 lengths then to Quick Coup coming around the outside, followed by our Croupier, Yamema on the rails, and then Cigarillo coming around the outside when they corner from Morissette. Perfect Dark with a job to do into the straight, and Lady Marple in front of Matilla, wider out now. Coming at them hard, then Yamansky is running on well when they get to the 200 metre mark now, and here's Cigarillo descending very fast on the outside, getting to Quick Coup. It's Cigarillo who missed the start, drawing clear. A big performance. Cigarillo goes on to beat Quick Coup by 2 lengths, and a length and a half away third. Then came Currency, who ran on well too from our Croupier. Then came Morissette, followed by Lady Marple, Yamema. 1,000 metres for the third of the day, full field of 11 to run. Zephyr Dream to come in to the outside. Barbella inclined to lift into the air on the outside now as Zephyr Dream comes in and completes the line, and they're set to go. Spirit of Love, a little edgy in the gates, the grey. Quite set now, locked away again on the outside, and they're ready to break. 1,000 the Journey Light blinking away, Golden Tulip with an attendant. Zephyr Dream again inclined to lift. Racing now, Spirit of Love was one of the first out. Arabian Glimmer a little slow. Sari Princess into stride fast on the inside, and Donnell is showing pace as well. Threadbare from a wide barrier goes out quickly, settling down now. Threadbare moves up and joins Donnell, who has the rail. A length and a half to Golden Tulip, third on the outside of Sari Princess, and then Gladden with Arabian Glimmer going up on the outside. 2 lengths then Spirit of Love between horses. Powery Miss on the rail and Zephyr Dream around them, and a couple of lengths to Auntie Pearl and Barbella last of all nearing the turn, and it's the bolted Donnell, a narrow leader. Arabian Glimmer working over time, going up deep. Golden Tulip between horses in company with Threadbare when they corner, and then Zephyr Dream and Gladden, Sari Princess and Powery Miss. Spirit of Love, the grey, is hooked to the extreme outside. Golden Tulip at the 200 and Threadbare are together. Zephyr Dream is running on with Gladden, Spirit of Love out wide, and Auntie Pearl. Sari Princess got a rails run. Golden Tulip tackled by Gladden now. Gladden and Zephyr Dream coming down. Zephyr Dream and Gladden. Maybe Gladden and Zephyr Dream. Close between the pair though. And another photo third. Sari Princess to rail with Golden Tulip. Spirit of Love out wider. Auntie Pearl isn't far away either.
Now he lets them go, and there's a great charge, and Talent was from the outside was one of the best ones to get away. Beginning swiftly too over near the inside, there is Dane's Glory. In fact, it's driving up towards the lead. Our Gaelic Lass is in that bunch there too with Star Wonder, and they were followed further back and behind them by Flickering Fire. Mission Peak up into a prominent spot as well on settling down, and so too is Brundar Rosie. At the head of the others then came Jester's Due, followed by Schwarzkopf, and around the outside is Our Miracle. They were followed further afield then by Kayla, and Talents after that quick beginning is getting back a bit now. They were followed further back in the field then by Brundar Rosie. The next one on the inside is Benora Success, and well back towards the tail is Gratification and Exuberance. A race down the side. They have 600 metres left to go now, and Dane's Glory is just the leader. There's a great charge up in front, and Dane's Glory is just holding them out. On the outside, Our Gaelic Lass is going with it, and Flickering Fire bursting through on the inside. Just in behind them then came Our Miracle, followed by Brundar Rosie, Star Wonder. Around the outside then coming home fairly well then was Please Mum. Into the straight they go now. Down on the inside, Flickering Fire has grabbed the lead away. In the centre, getting out after it now is Our Gaelic Lass and Brundar Rosie on the outside. Dane's Glory can't go on with it, but the rider of Flickering Fire has a look over the shoulder. Brundar Rosie is running into second, but it's all Flickering Fire in the concluding stages, and Flickering Fire goes on to score well. Brundar Rosie second, close for third between Exuberance on the outside and Schwarzkopf over on the inner. The next one then was Talents, followed on the outside.
Of the barriers, he's missed the start in the middle of the line by about 2 lengths, and first out is Palooka, Kahira Legend and Atmosphere. They drive up and go to the lead together, settling only a length and a half in front of Typhoon Barney. They're followed then by Jacob Carson, losing a bit of ground. Swing King getting up on the inside. Kerr's Attack is out wider and follows then Retrench. Back behind them, Any Rhythm, and then Stenner a good way back, San Telmo and Knockrow last of all. Atmosphere a narrow leader. Typhoon Barney went up within a head of the leader. A length Kahira Legend third on the outside of Palooka. Kerr's Attack well placed fifth on the outside of Swing King before the turn. 1.5 Retrench, and they're followed then by Jacob Carson. Stenner a long way back with Any Rhythm, and then San Telmo on the rails and Knockrow last when they corner. Into the straight now, Atmosphere being pressured by Typhoon Barney. Out wide of Typhoon Barney going to the lead. Swing King has got into the clear from Kahira Legend. Palooka along the inside, and then Retrench and Any Rhythm out very wide. Typhoon Barney and Atmosphere at the 200 lead with Swing King coming at them, and now Retrench in turn. Swing King hit the front. Retrench is diving after it quickly. Swing King and Retrench, another bobbing go. Retrench or Swing King. This is very, very close between them. I can't separate them. They're about 3 lengths in front of another photo third. In the middle is Typhoon Barney, Atmosphere the rail, and Any Rhythm out wider. They were followed then by Palooka and then San Telmo, Kahira Legend, Kerr's Attack. Stennis finished well back after blundering the start.
Pretty good dispatch, although Zabwatch was just a little bit slow to begin. It's going out towards the tail of the field with Tahir Jack. Now, one of the first ones away was Triple Maze. It's getting out in search of the lead now. Solid Fuel is up in the firing line also, and back on the inside is Paramin. Just in behind them, Royal Refuge and Share the Gold in that bunch as well, and they were followed at the head of the others then by Alcides. 3 parts of a length off then came Beanbag and Zabwatch whipping around the outside to go up and settle about 6th. They were followed further afield then by Scud settling about 3rd last. Now he's improving around the outside but 3 wide. Next to last is Winning End Game, and Tahir Jack is at the tail. Racing along the top now, they have about 800 metres left to go, and Triple Maze nicely held together is the leader. Leads by 3/4 of a length on Solid Fuel. In 3rd spot around the outside after that slow start is Zabwatch. Back on the inside fence is Paramin, being covered up on the outer then by Share the Gold, about 3 lengths off the lead. Then coming forward, Scud pressing on from that run. They were followed further back by Biscabello between runners. Down on the inside fence is Royal Refuge. There goes Beanbag, and Winning End Game taking off, being trailed by Alcides, and Tahir Jack is at the tail after 4 lengths. They come down to approach the home corner. 400 metres left to go, and Triple Maze is going well in front, and in fact is skipped away about 1.5 lengths on Paramin on straightening. Into 3rd spot on the outside runs Beanbag, and Winning End Game right down the outside. Share the Gold is trying to get through the centre, and they were followed further back on the inside by Royal Refuge. Triple Maze tackled on the outside and headed shortly afterwards by Paramin. Alcides out of the pack and chasing two, but Paramin in front nearing the line, and Paramin goes on to beat Triple Maze. 3rd over the line Alcides, then Royal Refuge followed by Scud on the outside Beanbag. They were followed in by Share the Gold, then Biscabello. Well out of its ground was Winning End Game. They were followed by Solid Fuel, Tahir Jack, and Zabwatch after a torrid run has finished up at the tail.
On the inside, they're ready to go. Lucrative handicap, 5th event of the day here at Caulfield. And they're off and racing, and Martago began well on the inside. Grand Centro and Lloyd's Crown were both away pretty fast in the early stages. Hunker Magic is prominent. Baby Bomber working across in company with Sir Linford when they settle down. And Malachi Crunch has got back to 2nd last with Ascetic Ruler. Heading towards the 1200 metre mark now. Lloyd's Crown went to the lead over a length in front of Hunker Magic to 2nd. A length away in 3rd place in Grand Centro with Baby Bomber the outside, 1 Martago. A length Sir Linford in about 6th placing, 1.5 lengths back behind those is Blue Sky King from Navajo Boy. 2 Royal Caliph on the inside from Malachi Crunch, and a further 2 lengths break in the field. 2 Valor Prince and Ascetic Ruler racing together last. Heading towards the railway side now, Lloyd's Crown over a length in front of Hunker Magic, and 3 lengths to Grand Centro, 1.5 lengths to Baby Bomber, who's got closer to the rail now. Sir Linford over a length away, followed by Martago pushing up along the fence, and then 2 lengths to Navajo Boy, Blue Sky King and Malachi Crunch starting a run 3 wide. 1.5 lengths to Royal Caliph over on the inside, nearing the turn from Ascetic Ruler, and Valor Prince had dropped out to be last. They've run along nearing the turn now. Lloyd's Crown, the leader, got away on Hunker Magic, led him by more than 2 lengths, and then Grand Centro, Martago hard-ridden. Then Sir Linford with Malachi Crunch coming around the outside of Baby Bomber, and swinging wide as Ascetic Ruler. Lloyd's Crown has a good lead in the straight. He's more than 2 lengths to Grand Centro, and Sir Linford from Hunker Magic fighting back on the inside, and then Malachi Crunch. Lloyd's Crown at the 200, still 2 in front. From now Sir Linford, and here's now Royal Caliph starting to get into the clear and running on. Lloyd's Crown the leader. Royal Caliph and Sir Linford getting to Lloyd's Crown, who's still just in front, but now Royal Caliph grabs him, and Royal Caliph got up and won it from Sir Linford. And they race pretty tight down the straight. Lloyd's Crown weakening just the last little bit for 3rd. Nicely clear then of Hunker Magic, Blue Sky King, and then Malachi Crunch, Baby Bomber, followed by Martago and Navajo Boy. Grand Centro's finished.
And in the middle began quickly, so too did Mighty Disco, and Beat the Bullets from the outsiders up into a prominent spot as well, with County K bursting through on the inside. La Lolo getting up to be about 4th on settling down, then getting back a bit, Leap of Faith, and it's getting back towards the tail with getting back there towards the tail. There was Leap of Faith, and going around the outside of it there was Remember Joan. So they come down and approach the 600 metre mark now, and it's Sunny Jan on the outside, upsides tackling County Kane. Now Remember Joan is going around the outside, but 3 wide. wide. In the middle of the runners then is Mighty Disco. Lololo is on the fence, and they were followed further back then by Beat the Bullet, getting a bit of a go on with On Her Toes and Leap of Faith on the point of the home corner. 400 metres left to go now, and going very, very strongly out in front. Getting out after the leader is Beat the Bullet now. Sunny Jan just the leader, but collared by Beat the Bullet on the outside. Sunny Jan is fighting back on the inside. Now Mighty Disco trying to get up between runners. Beat the Bullet on the outside, getting to Sunny Jan's got its measure now, and Beat the Bullet goes on to score well. Beat the Bullet first, Sunny Jan or perhaps Mighty Disco for second. It's close for the Miners. Then Leap of Faith followed further back by Lololo. Then came On Her Toes. The next one then well out of its ground.
Racing now, and Marlborough, one of the first to bounce out. Cabello got tightened at the start and drifted back towards the rear of the field. The Mellison began quickly. So did Archinda, and now Archinda sped straight to the lead as they settled into stride. Over Marlborough into second placing and moving up a length away third in the all-white title roll. Whisperers going to fourth on the outside, and then Mellison, followed by Sailor's Carriages, caught about 4 wide there. Nitro with between horses, and so too Fully Royal. About a length and a half to Suave Way. River Piave, a break of 3 to 4 lengths to Mr. Efficiency, given plenty of time to find his legs, and Cabello after a tardy beginning is 2 lengths last. But Archinda's running them along, heading up the hill now. Archinda opened up the best part of 4 lengths to Whisperers, who'd moved up on the outside of Marlborough to share second placing. A break of 3 lengths back in the field then to Sailor's Courage has got in to be 1 off the rail outside title roll. About 2 lengths then Lamellison. Suave Way getting up along the inside. Fully Royal travelling 3 wide. 2 lengths to Nitro, 2 lengths to River Piave. A length away to Cabello, and Mr. Efficiency whipped them in with 900 to go. And it's Archinda by 2 lengths now to Whisperers outside Marlborough, who's enjoyed a lovely trail. Over on the outside, Fully Royals going forward, followed by Sailor's Courage, and then getting up along the inside as Title Roll. Got right through on the inside of Marlborough now. Lamellison coming wide with Sailor's Courage, and then Suave Way yielding a bit of ground from Cabello. Nitro. They're followed further back when they came to the home turn by Mr. Efficiency, who's well back on the inside approaching the turn, and River Piava starting a run. Oh, Whisperers has dropped out a clear last. Something amiss with him at the turn where Fully Royal had joined Archinda. Sailor's Courage and Lamellison coming around the outside. They're followed then by Suave Way, who's come again through along the inside to have a crack at them, and River Piava out wide. Many chances here. Suave Way's got up on the inside to hit the lead. Lamellison out wide, and River Piava's coming home, and then Sailor's Courage battling. Suave Way getting to the outside and the better going. River Piava's chasing it. Suave Way and River Piave. Suave Way is finding something. This is a good ride. Suave Way wins it a half a length to River Piave, and 4 lengths Lamellison third, just in front of Mr. Efficiency. Next Sailor's Courage, who only plodded in the run home, followed by
go, and it was a pretty fair start, and Sabre Star from the outside got away smartly. Rackets is booting up on the inside as well. Arrow Annie is in that division as they start to sort themselves out, and Switch and Go is out in search of the lead as well. Just in behind them then came Hal Sane, and getting back a bit then came Ricky, and last of all is Jolliffe as they start to sort themselves out, and Private Eye's about 4th last. Switch to Me on the outside races up and puts the pressure on, and there's a line of about 3 or 4 up in front looking for the lead. On the inside it's Sabre Star, in between runners Arrow Annie. Further out on the track is Switch to Me, and Shine Over is in that division as well. Further back on the inside, Rackets getting a good run. They were followed further back then by Private Eye. At the head of the others then Jolliffe with Blue Bratis. Next to last is Hal Sane, and Ricky is at the tail, coming down to approach the 400 metre mark now. And on the inside it's Sabre Star. He just shades Shine Over on the outer, running to third on the inside. Then came Rackets, and they were followed by Private Eye getting a bit of a go on, and Arrow Annie is joining in further out on the track, and so too then coming home fairly well is Jolliffe. Arrow Annie in the centre got the lead at the 200 metre mark, fighting back, and here's Rackets through on the inside, getting out after them, and Jolliffe coming home hard with Private Eye. Here's a great go. Jolliffe and Racket on the inside, Jolliffe the outside, Jolliffe and Jolliffe beat Racket. Third over the line, Private Eye, then Arrow Annie, followed on the inside then by Sabre Star. Then came Ricky, further back then to Shine Over, who weakened. The next one then at the head of the others was Blue Bratis. Halsane next to last, and last of all was Switch to Me. Great go there in the...
Ready to go. Racing now over the 1200 metres, and Kit's Challenge, one of the first out. Ken Daring began quickly, and Jazzstad is booting up along the inside. Derham is going out fast in the early part now as they settle down. Wayward Star and Savannah War settling at the back of the field, and Jazzstad has the lead with Pogo wide out going up to attack it. Derham about 3/4 away on the inside as third, followed then by Kit's Challenge. Lunchtime Special getting up on the inside, and My Bodyguard travelling out wide. 2 lengths then to Pay the Kings, followed by half a length away to Ken Daring, a length and a half Savannah War. Wayward Star the outside, Farragrove on the fence, and Rich Pickings is last of all. Coming up near to the home turn now, Derham being attacked by Jazzstad, and they show the way to Kit's Challenge and My Bodyguard wide round the outside. Pogo seemed to get into trouble coming towards the turn, has dropped out to second last. Right across the track, My Bodyguard and Jazzstad with Derham on the inside of them, turning into the straight in front of Kit's Challenge. Ken Daring right down the outside. Savannah War stayed to the inside with Lunchtime Special. Look at this right across the track now. Pay the Kings bursting through in the centre. Ken Daring, Wayward Star against the outside rail. Ken Daring went to the lead. Wayward Star after it. Pay the Kings fighting back. It's a great go. Wayward Star out wide's come home the best. He's got there. Wayward Star's got up to win it. Either Ken Daring or Pay the Kings for the minor end of the prize.
Good start from the outside. Camino Rose began quickly. Cedo Pegasus is driving up on the inside in search of the early lead, and the game's up, is up there into a prominent spot as well. Just in behind them lifted began okay with Sold That, and Killian is back on the inside fence. Elusive Spy up there challenging as well. Just in behind them then came Patra's Reply. Camino Rose getting back after that good start with Dream Breeze. Let's Toss is next to last, and at the tail is Top Ace. 600 metres left to go as they speed down the side, and on the inside Cedo Pegasus is just the leader, a half length off between horses then as the game's up. 3 wide Elusive Spy. Killian back on the inside fence from lifted around the outside of Sold That, and also Ghazali in that bunch there. They were followed further back by Camino Rose. Patra's Reply just in behind them. Dream Breeze and Let's Toss, and last of all is Top Ace. Into the straight they go. Cedo Pegasus is the leader. Getting out and chasing now is Lifted, and Elusive Spy is still battling away. Killian is off the fence and chasing, and right down the outside Camino Rose. Camino Rose goes to them in a stride. Camino Rose has got a length over Patra's Reply, getting along the inside fence, and Cedo Pegasus, but Camino Rose scores. Camino Rose first, Patra's Reply second, Lifted or Cedo Pegasus third. Then came Top Ace. That was some sort of a run. The next one at the head of the...
Ready to break now. Barter misread there. Lumpy's Princess favourite. Bunglung well tried. Gates back off at the 1400. Judith Louise began fast in front of Imperial Air. Lady Glenbury away quickly the outside, followed then by Bunglung moving up to fourth around Victina when they go through the first 200 metres. And Imperial Air in the centres working to the lead. Judith Louise is booting back on the rails. About a length away in the field, Lady Glenbury. A length and a half to Bunglung, getting into a good place from Victina, and then a length away to Triantula. Skidoo next on the outside of Lady Rosaline. Wonder Barter Miss. Lumpy's Princess has got a good way back. She's third to last, being followed by Olivia's Toy on the inside, and Strictly Jazz is last. They're pretty well strung out at the 800, and Imperial Air is the leader, a length in front of Judith Louise, who has the fence. Lady Glenbury the outside, a couple of lengths to Bunglung, and about 3 then Triantula and Victina the inside. Wonder Lady Rosaline with Skidoo around her, and then Lumpy's Princess. Strictly Jazz taking off around the outside from Olivia's Toy, sticking to the rail, and Barter Mist was last of all when they neared the turn. Imperial Air and neck in front of Judith Louise and Lady Glenbury. Bunglung is stoked up for the finishing run now by Damien Oliver, followed then by Triantula. Olivia's Toy sticks to the inside when they sweep into the straight. Judith Louise and Imperial Air turn around the home bend in front of Lady Glenbury. Then Bunglung on the outside, and Triantula the widest runner. Olivia's Toy getting a run through. Judith Louise right against the rail. Olivia's Toy. Here's Triantula down the outside. Triantula and Olivia's Toy. It's Olivia's Toy going home the better. Olivia's Toy wins at a half Triantula. A length to Bunglung third in front of Lady Glenbury. They're followed then by Victina, Imperial Air and Judith Louise. Back behind those to finish was Skidoo, and she was followed.
Jump. Getting out smartly too on the outside was French Legend, and Hoist is out in search of the lead. Free Flow up into a prominent spot in advance of Tuxedo, then Head Count. Trapped wide on a limb, then came Just a Ninja. Just in advance of it was going quickly now Ramises, but it can't get in. Love Ecstatic back on the inside, and they were followed by Joe Pelladine getting well back Meter, and last of all is Silver Reef, sorting themselves out as they run up to the 1600 metres mark now, and Hoist is the leader. Joined on the outside now by Ramises, and these two have got away about a length and 3/4 over French Legend. In the next spot then on the inside came Free Flow, travelling okay, a length off the Tuxedo. A similar distance further back on the inside came Shootout, between runners then Head Count. 3 wide at that point was Just a Ninja on the outside, followed back on the fence, then getting into trouble, Love Ecstatic. It just threw its head up in the air as Joe Pelladine went around the outside of it. Next to last is Metar, and Silver Reef is last of all. In a race of changes now, and Ramises goes to the front, quickly pressured by Head Count, however, at the 1200 metre mark, and they get away to lead by about 2 lengths on French Legend. Into third, fourth spot then on the inside is Hoist, and Just a Ninja has had to work closer but has done it tough. They were followed further back then by Tuxedo. The next one then was Free Flow. Shootout getting back midfield in advance of Love Ecstatic. The next one Joe Pelladine on the outside of Metar, and last of all then was Silver Reef. They come down and leave the 600 metre mark astern, and Head Count and Ramises head and head they go. French Legend is third around the outside of Hoist, and there goes one taking off around the outside at Shootout to go up and put the pressure on him. Craig Carmody is looking for 2 in a row here as he goes to the lead on the point of the home corner. Head Count is second, Love Ecstatic third around the outside, then French Legend, and Hoist back on the inside in advance of Free Flow, and Metar to the extreme outside. Craig Carmody has put a break on them now on Shootout, but here comes Head Count giving chase at the 200 metre mark, and it's Shootout. Head Count is trying hard down the outside, and Metar is joining in, and here's Free Flow. Free Flow right down the outside out after Shootout. Shootout in front, Free Flow and Head Count trying hard to get on turns, but no, they didn't get there. And Shootout, a great ride by Craig Carmody, has beaten Free Flow and Head Count. They were followed by Metar, and then Hoist followed by Love Ecstatic.